So my name is Rosemary Neoluaujo, and today I want to share my love story. Two good friends here. So it just happened in 2019. That was after my youth service, and sometimes some people will walk up to me and they will be like, "I like you. Can we hang out? Can we go out?" And then, but there was one person that was totally different. His name, Samuel Abiola Adewoye. Yeah. So he walked up to me. That was in 2018. He came and he wanted to be a friend, just a friend. And it was so different from every other person. He was always looking out for me. Yeah. In times of pain, because I'm a victim of severe menstrual pain, and then so he was always there. Sometimes he would back me, take me to the hospital. So it was just literally in my corner. We'll go to class together to read for night classes together. Then we were back in FUTA, Federal University of Technology, Akure. So after youth service, we all went our different ways. I was posted to Ibadan in Oyo State. It was posted to Zamfara. And it was good, because I'm just saying this preamble so you can know that, it was Hail and Eddie. It was very strong. If anybody is going to just die like that, it's not supposed to be him. So those were some of the questions I was asking when it happened. He was very strong. He would walk from... He lived then at Southgate, FUTA. I don't know if most of us know FUTA very well. So he lived at Southgate. I was living at Northgate then. So he would walk all the way from Southgate through Malu Road, the hostel route and all of that to Northgate. So he was a very strong person. And then apart from being strong medically, he can use fire. Use fire. How do I put it? Like, he can so pray. He was one of those strong soldiers of Christ. Literally, we will go for outreaches, and when we get to outreach, I will be sleeping. I know. I will just be in the room, and they will come and meet me. "Oh, we are here for evangelism and all of that. Why are you sleeping?" I'll be like, "Alaye. And you're thinking, wow, I didn't force myself. You forced me here. Let me just do my sleep." So it was that kind of person. So if I was thinking that somebody should just go like that, I never thought. Even in my wildest dreams, I would never think that is Samuel that would go like that. So we're supposed to, after he came back from NYSC Zamfara, he came straight to my house in his NYSC khaki. Then I was living at Edition Jericho, and I was so happy to see him. We snapped pictures and all of that. We gisted. He told me about Zamfara. Then the funny thing, he told me that he did cancer tests. That they did cancer tests. They can so do all sort of things for them in the north. And then he said it was cancer free. Showed me the certificate. I was like, they didn't even do something like this for us. That we didn't even gain anything in this NYS and all of that. So fast forward to, I had a gig in Lagos. That was the 11th of November 2019. I had a gig in Lagos, but we were supposed to meet. That was the first time I was supposed to try out the popular Amala Sky. He said he was going to take me there, and then I was like, okay, let me see how it's going to be. But then I just called him. I called him 5 days before that, and I told him about the gig I had in Lagos. I really have to go. I can't disappoint the radio station I was going to meet then. So he said no problem, but he wasn't sounding sick. He was very okay. So I didn't really feel that anything was going to happen. So on that Friday, I got to Alakuko, got down. I got some food because I have not eaten that morning. I got some food. I just got to the radio station that I was supposed to have the gig. So the presenter then just said, "Please wait outside. I'll call you in a few minutes." So I was sitting at the reception, and then this call came in. It was from Evashion. We call it like Evangelist. It was from Evashion. So he just said, "Sister Mary, how are you?" I said, "Fine." "Are you fine? Are you okay?" I said, "Well, I'm good. Anything?" He was like, have you heard the news? I said, what news? He said, hey, any bullet here? I was like, what's happening now? Is there any problem? He said, is Biola. Okay, what happened to Biola? I spoke with him a few days ago. I said, he's in Ibadan now. Is anything the problem? Do you want to reach him? Let me call him for you. He said, no. I mean, have you not heard the news? I said, what? It was sounding somehow, so I was becoming a bit restless. I was like, what is it now? He said, he can't tell me then, since I've not heard anything. I was like, okay. Can you go and check the page? What page? He said, go and check the group page now. I said, Eva, okay, thank you. So I just dropped my phone like, Eva, so when I'm done with the radio thing, I will go back and check the page. And before I know, another person called me, Brosefas called me. I was like, Anika Chekini, how are you holding up? I was like, is anything happening? I thought Mr. Shon called you. I said, now he did. What's the problem? I was like, okay. No problem. I will tell your twin sister to call you. I said, okay. I think I need to go and check the page. So I just picked my phone, and then it was funny because it felt like a prank at first, and then I was like, Kilele. Everything was crying emoji. Everybody was crying. God, why did it happen? It's so recipe. I was like, that was the first time something like that would be happening to me. Sincerely. Before then, if I should hear that somebody died, I would be like, what's it on here? I mean, I don't feel anyhow. I don't feel anything. I just feel like, okay, probably because they are not close to me, or because I don't know them, or I don't know. It does not feel anyhow to me. I just feel like nobody died. Okay, all the best. God will just help the family, and I'm off. So it felt so different, and I was like, okay, what's happening? I wanted to be sure where the source of the message, the first person that posted that kind of thing on the page, came from. So I moved up. I kept scrolling up because I just wanted to be sure if what I'm saying is true. His pictures were all over the page and then all over the group, and everybody was just crying and all of that. But the funny thing is, nobody was even saying the reason why he died. So I was just there. I was like, okay. Then I moved to the beginning of the message, the first message, and I said, the person that sent this message cannot lie. What really happened? I don't know. So I needed to reach out to his family. So I stood up from the reception. I was already shaking. The food that I bought, I said, let me eat. I just carried that one and put it somewhere. So I stood up. The receptionist was like, auntie, they will still call you. I said, wait, I'm coming. I'm coming. So I stood up. I went outside. I still did not believe what I saw because I felt it was a prank. I still did not believe it. So I went outside to the back of the radio station where I can be alone. So I picked up my phone. I called the younger sister. I've never met his younger sister before. I've never met any of his family before, but I've seen pictures of them. So because I know there was a time I wanted to reach him, so he used his younger sister's number to call me. So I just called the number, and I was like, hi, my name is Mary. And then the next thing she shouted and she started crying. You were the last person. She wanted to really talk to you. He wanted to really talk to you. He kept asking. He said we should reach out to you and all of that. And okay, I was just there. And she was just saying everything. I was like, he wanted to reach out to me. He said yes. I was like, okay. Was he sick? I spoke with him on Monday. Was he sick? They said he was sick on Tuesday. His body was hot. And then they took him to Adeoyo. Fine. I said, so his body was hot. Arabic bono last song. He said yes, okay. And so when they got to Adeoyo, they found out that his blood level was low. I said, okay, keep talking. Because she was already crying, and I'm a very serious person, but it wasn't hard enough because Koyemi. So it just felt like everybody was just saying nonsense. I was just trying to sink everything in, and then I was like, okay. So she said, and then they gave him blood, and then after it was fine, they took him home. I said, okay. And then on Thursday, which was yesterday, he wasn't feeling himself. They took him back to Adeoyo. And from Adeoyo said they could not treat him again. He was transferred to UCH. I said, okay. The hatred I have for UCH still remains today. So they took him to UCH, and then, okay, I said, so fine, what happened at UCH? And it was like, fine. They gave him another blood because his blood level was low again. And then they were just treating him. They just gave him blood, and they said, let's see how it goes and how everything will go. And then that night, he said they should go and buy him rice and beans, like he knew he was going to go. I said, okay, I'm listening, keep talking. And then they said they went to buy him rice and beans, and he told everybody that he wants to speak with me, that he needed to tell me something. But then his phone was not with him at the hospital. They left his phone at home. So he was just trying to tell his father that he wanted to speak with me, that he needed to talk to me and all of that. But they just said, Tobati Darola, we will bring your phone from the house so you can talk to her. Yeah, so. And then before morning, it was gone. Just like that. And then I was like, just like that. It was gone. I said, okay, so what did the doctor said? What did the doctor say? What happened to him? What happened? And the doctor said he had leukemia. Leukemia. Is leukemia not cancer of the blood that they have to extract blood out and infuse another one or something? I said, leukemia. I think cancer takes long before it kills. It can take up to like months before it shows up in the body. And then I remember clearly that he showed me a cancer test that I did in Zamfara, and then it was okay. It was, there was no sign of anything. How come? How many months? Within how many months? And then he has leukemia, and it's not showing, or it did not show. And then he just died within 3 days. Is a lie. That can never happen. And so I said, has he been buried? Yes, they said they buried him an hour ago. I said, okay, that's fine. I said, when I get back to Ibadan, I would come see the family. I would try my best to come. Yeah. Actually, that was the beginning. So I left the backyard of the radio station I was. I felt I was strong, like he cannot die. Maybe the story did not sink. No, sorry. The story did not sink because he cannot die. He can't. So as I was going, I was telling myself that, no, Biola cannot die. He was a very good person. Legit, if anybody have to die, somebody like me should be the number one to go. Because I know they pray. I know they're serious with God. Now me be the lazy person. If they say walk 22 minutes go, I will be complaining to him. I'll say, see, I'm tired, let's take keke, let's take bike, or let's enter bus. He could trek for hours. It was very strong. It was literally everything. It was the one with the strong faith, Amy. pray, Nibo. Nibo. If I was going through anything, he was the first person I would call. It was the first person I would call to say, please pray for me. Something is happening. I don't know. I have this bad dream. I had this bad dream overnight. Something is happening. I know if you pray for me, things will go well. And then when I had my outbreak, yeah, terrible things happen. So when I had my outbreak, he was the first person I called, and I reported my guy then to him. I reported him to him, like, he did this, he did that. I am tired. I'm going to leave. I don't think I want to do this again. It was the one that still said, he said, I would always understand your reasons, if anything. So it was literally, I felt it was not the one that should go or should just leave like that. I mean, there was no goodbye. We were supposed to meet for Amala hangout. I mean, we were supposed to, everything just kept ringing in my head. I kept asking God why, and then rather than going in for my gig, I did one very crazy thing. I went to the front of the radio station. I lied down on the floor in the sun, and I was looking at the sky, hoping that it would just pop out. And then it would say the proper goodbye, or we explain why he had to leave, or he would probably, tell me something that would literally make me believe that he wants to leave, because I wasn't expecting it really. So I sat down there, I was looking at the sky. I suppose I was even asking God, it was funny though. Why is he not walking? Why is he not here? Why can't I see him? Okay, I felt, okay, probably I can't see his spirit. Maybe he can appear in clouds. So when they said Jesus is going to come, he's going to come back in form of clouds and all of that. Maybe he too can apply in clouds, and I will see his head, his leg, his hand walking into the sky, and so I can quickly hold him and say, why do you have to go? Because it felt like, Yoruba people say, he left nothing really. He just introduced his girlfriend to me then, few months back, and I was so happy. Maybe by now I would have had 3 kids or 4, because they were going to get married soon. So I was just lying down there thinking that I would see him in the sky. Maybe he could just give me a better explanation and all of that. And in the midst of that, my phone kept ringing. People were calling. Some were even very worse. Some were worse. Some were even calling me to say that I'm the only one that can tell them the truth, whether he died or not. One even called me and said, Shilo Toloku. You want to call this off from Wabe? I was like, so bad. So la lafia. So okay. Okay, I'll call you back. So I was there in the sun. So the lady I went to meet there, she just came out, asked me what was happening. I just told her, and she was like, we can't have this show. And so she took me to her house. I was in her house for a week because I was not myself. When I got to her house, the first thing I did was go to the group page, and I deleted it. I left. I left the group. Deleted it. I don't know what to do. At some point, I had to question God. She let me kukuruni biolani. It doesn't look like. I want to be cool. I want jala more. They would look somehow. It wasn't looking something. And then it was the first child. He had dreams. He wanted to do a lot of things for his siblings. The first son. We had a lot of things that we talked about. It was not easy. The parents. So I go back to Ibadan. Let me fast forward it because I had to go back to work. I go back to work. People were asking me, Kilo Shie, why are you looking like this? I said, I'm fine. It's fine. I'm okay. So I go back to work. I couldn't bring myself to go to his family house at Olodo to go and see his parents. Because I don't want to open up another wound. So I met the sister. She's now a doctor. Yeah, she said she wanted to be a doctor. So I met the sister. She's now a nurse, sorry. I met the sister then. She was doing computer training then at UCH. So I went to meet her. I just wanted to know how he was before he left. I wanted to know how he was feeling, the pains, and everything. It was terrible. At least, but I got to know. It was terrible. She explained a lot of things to me. It's not good to be in pains, and I don't pray that for my enemy self. So I asked the sister about her career. Sorry, I had to put this in, and then so we just had to put her on the right track again. Paid for her jump, paid for her school of nursing exam. Just had to do something for a friend, because I know if he was there, he would have done something. He would have done it.